the one thing I like to do to kind of give wrestlers a chance to talk about something other than wrestling is I like to end with a movie review. Now,
Oh, cool. Okay.
it doesn't have to be a new movie, but
Right.
just maybe something you've watched recently that you want to talk about. So is there anything on your mind that comes to mind?
Oh, anything on my mind that comes to mind?
Like nobody's who I've talked to has reviewed Barbie yet. Did you see Barbie?
I actually did not see Barbie yet. What have been some of the most recent ones?
Well, there was like Barbie, there was Oppenheimer, which I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had a chance to get to the movies very much recently. But like I said, it doesn't even have to be like a new movie. If you watch something old
Just
recently that you like.
you know what I watched kind of recently was I watched the newest Saw that came out.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
So are you
Saw.
a fan of that franchise?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm a big fan of the franchise. I'm a fan of horror movies in general. Um, and for me, it was a great return to form. For me, it's like a lot of people. So for a lot of people, it's kind of like overexposure to that whole system, to sort of the traditional Saw playbook.
Right.
A lot of people felt desensitized by it because they were starting to come out every single year, and then finally they gave it a bit of a break, and here we are back again with Saw X, and Tobin Bell is back as well as the voice of Jigsaw, which to me is kind of a big thing. To be able to hear the voice again, to be able to hear the music. Everyone wants to hear the music. Everyone wants to hear the voice. And to have Jigsaw come back for another film, and I would say, without any spoilers, I would say it's hard to identify with him as a bad guy in this particular film. And I would say for a standalone movie that kind of follows the Saw formula, the traditional Saw formula to a T, it's very enjoyable. You feel for the protagonist, and you absolutely hate the villain in the movie. And it's real fun. It's it's the same. It's almost what made Saw so fun to begin with. So I can easily say, hey, if you saw Saw 1 and 2 and enjoyed it, and then kind of checked out afterwards, just kind of like it's once we got to like Saw 3, it's sort of those feelings of excitement kind of waned a little bit. But if you enjoyed Saw 1, 2, 3, and then from there it was kind of like, nah, this one should bring it back for you. So I think if you're a fan of horror movies, if you're a fan of just having fun and something to keep you on your toes, keep you guessing, yeah, this is a great Saw, and I could easily suggest it as something to watch with friends. It's a fun time to be had by all. Well, I can't say all. As long as you're of age, you know what I mean. You can't be
Yeah.
showing little children this kind of movie.
No, definitely not the
Yeah.
Saw franchise. All right, awesome. Now, out of curiosity, are you planning on seeing that Five Nights at Freddy's movie that just came out?
Actually, I did see it. Yes, I saw the movie as well.
What did you think of that one? Because I'm kind of curious. I'm thinking about seeing that.
All right, so I'm a big fan of horror movies, but I'm not a big fan of PG-13 horror movies.
Okay.
I as soon as I see the PG-13 rating, I get very worried because generally speaking, the reason why the filmmakers decided to go the PG-13 route is because, well, they just want to appeal to as many people as possible, sell as many tickets as possible, and thus probably something that would have represented their vision more accurately would be left on the cutting room floor. So, with something like Five Nights at Freddy's, it's, knowing that it was like a Blumhouse film, I was thinking like, man, these guys do such great work, and I know that there will be, knowing that it was PG-13, and knowing that I had friends that had seen it, saying like, man, I think this rating hurt it, I was able to put aside those feelings of disappointment and know going into it that, okay, we're not going to get super terrifying scenes. There isn't going to be a lot of gore. We might not even see the actual deaths themselves because of the rating, but I want to just put myself in this world and enjoy it for the story. And I can say that I very much enjoyed the story after having that original shock, that feeling of, okay, I know not to expect this to be kind of as gruesome or as scary as maybe the source material was.
Sure.
So, yeah. So, okay, we can get some silhouette stabbings or whatever, like Alfred Hitchcock style, you know what I mean? That's fine. But I just wanted to analyze it for the story and watch it and enjoy it for the story. And I really liked it, like for the story. And I think that if they really wanted to, they could make they could do a Saw style franchise with this type of movie too. These characters have legs, both literally and figuratively. But the character, the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, they all have, it's a great story. You could have all types of people go into that place for all types of reasons and have the dolls run amok. It's done. It could be, I think next time if they go back to it, and I think they will, I'm sure that the movie did well enough. I think it's at least top of the box office for a moment in time. And it does set up a sequel. So I think if it's possible, I don't know if any movie has done this, but if you kind of evolve from the PG-13 and next time they come back and it's the rated R, boy, like I really think they could have something pretty cool in their hands. But if not, then it's a good, I don't want to say it's like a family horror, but it could be maybe, it could be, horror for the youngins a little bit.
I mean, it looked like it was kind of funny based on the trailer.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are funny moments. There's sort of like wholesome moments.
Yeah.
But when you get to the end of it and you realize what the dolls are and who's in control of them, that's when it kind of takes a turn for like, oh, this guy's creepy,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't want any spoilers or anything like that. But
yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out now. That makes me interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can. I'm a huge fan of Nightmare on Elm Street, and I think Freddy's hilarious and he's super charismatic, and all of his one-liners are just gold. But it's like, if you were to watch this with a child and they ask you, "Hey, Dad, or whatever, Mr. Kenny, why did people burn Freddy alive when he was a human?" Oh, well, it's because he was a child molester. It's like, there's certain things where it's like, okay, even if they could handle Freddy in his element, like there's certain details that maybe you don't want young people to know. So that's sort of maybe what Five Nights at Freddy's has going for it.